Now, panel, it's time for honest answers to questions from our studio audience as well as letters from our home audience. Where did you meet your husband, Morton Gable, and was it love at first sight?
No, it wasn't. But I met him he was Dr. John Wayne on a program called Big Sister, a radio program. He played the lead on it, and I played a very small part, and I used to go in and be on the program and be scared to death of him. Then I got to know him better. Now he's scared of me.
Thank you for your honest answers. Which do you prefer, television, legitimate stage, and why?
No, I'm devoted to television because it's been wonderful to me, and I think that any actress always prefers the legitimate stage because she has the excitement of playing a part to an audience right there in front of her all the time. But I like them both very much indeed.
And you do very well in both.
Thank you.
How many diamonds are in the heart pendant, and does each diamond represent something or someone?
I don't honestly know because I'm not allowed to count, but I would guess that there are about 18 on both sides, and what they mean is a long and happy married life.
What do you do to relax?
Work.
To Bennett and Arlene, how long have you appeared on panel shows together?
You answer, Arlene.
Well, we appeared on the nighttime Sunday television show. I think it was 15 years.
17.
17 years it was
17.
on, but you weren't on the first year, were you?
I was on after 8 shows.
Oh, were you? Right away.
And it was really wild because that was one of the first times when they found out that Arlene was 12 years old working and doing panel shows.
She was in short pants then, and here she is
That's
biking
right.
them now.
No, but it's been what? It's been over 20 years, hasn't it, for the two of you?
Oh, yes.
And you've been friends even...
We're in our 21st year. We live next to each other in the country. Our sons went to school together, and we love each other dearly.
Bennett, does your wife and Arlene, does your husband, do they speak?
Very good. Only through their interpreter.
Thank you. Do you have any dogs? If so, what kind and what are their names?
Well, I haven't any dogs now, but I had a dachshund named Otto von Bismarck. I had a sheepdog, as you did, and I had a Scotty, and I had a Russian wolfhound.
Thank you
I'm a
for your
dog
honest
fan.
answers.
Oh, not at all.
Arlene, do you ever get stage fright?
Always before I go on in the theater, but never in television.
Never in television. Do you have any superstitions?
Superstitions. Whistling in the dressing room.
Really? Why?
Yes. I don't know, just because it is a superstition, and I once whistled and the show closed.
Do you remember taking a really hard fall on stage at the Mount Tom Playhouse in Holyoke, Massachusetts a few years ago? I saw it and felt for you. You were great in the play.
Well, that's very generous, and I thank you very much, and I'm glad that the fall wasn't a flop.
Did it hurt?
Yes, it did, but we had to keep right on going anyway.
Thank you for your honest
everybody knows.
answers. What is your escape or relaxation from working hours, hobby or more enjoyable work?
People mistaking me for Tom Jones.
No.
No, I like to work. That's what I like to do when I relax.
That's true. Here's a yes or no for Arlene. Does Arlene Francis wear her diamond heart while taking a bath?
Yes, while I'm doing everything, I wear my diamond.
Miss Francis, what health routine do you follow to stay young-looking, beautiful, and attractive?
I didn't know I did, but I mean, I'm very relieved. I just live the good, clean life.
The good, clean life. Thank you for honest answers, panel. What advice would you give a girl who was raised in the country and came to New York City for a career in 10 seconds?
Go back to the country.
Thank you for your honest answers. Do you think a college education is a must for a young girl of today?
I do indeed think it's a must for a young girl or a young boy of today, if they have the adaptability for it. Otherwise, learn a trade.
Arlene, do you have a big social life, or does radio and television work keep you very busy?
I have a reasonable social life at night, but for the rest of the time, I'm busy with radio and television. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes to both, really.
Yeah.
Tell the truth now, Arlene. Is the panel on What's My Line given any advance information on the contestants?
Does the panel on What's My Line get any advance information on the contestants? Now, you know perfectly well we could not have survived in this show 20 years if it was anything but honorable, straight from the shoulder and above board, which indeed it is.
Your clothes are beautiful. What size wardrobe do you have to maintain for your appearances? Are they tax deductible?
We hope so.
Size 10 wardrobe and...
Thank you for your honest
Thank you.
answer. Do you think the world political scene would be improved if the U.S. diplomatic corps was composed entirely of women?
No. Women cannot do it alone, dear lady. They gotta have a little help from the men.
So, Mary Parrish of Sarasota, Florida, a letter. And in it, she's complaining because one of our panelists has notes on the desks and keeps looking at them. She goes on to say, "You must think everyone watching is stupid. If you're going to have such a game, you could at least be honest." Well, Miss Parrish, I think every What's My Line panel for the last, 19 years has had a pad and pencil in front of them at their desk. And Arlene, would you tell Miss Parrish how you use the pad and pencil, what it's for?
Yes, Miss Parrish, I would be glad to. This pad and pencil that you see has on it an X, which is what the first gentleman signed in. He then went to sit down. Very often, because we can't remember the names, they take the names away on here of the different contestants. We write the names down so that we can address the people properly.
Thank you for your honest answer. Let's start with this letter from Mrs. Florence E. Watts of Washington, D.C. Mrs. Watts writes, "I wish someone would tell Arlene Francis to pull her blindfold down so that she can't peek out of one corner at the mystery guest." Arlene, what do you have to say to Mrs. Watts?
That you can say on the air.
Well, I'd like to say this, Mrs. Watts, wherever you are. I've done this show for 20 years. I think that I've won my service stripes through integrity and honesty. Jeez. And I think I could say the same for the rest of the panel. Nobody cheats.
You think that was firm enough?
If she felt my insides now, she'd know what I really felt.
Thank you, panel, for your honest answer.